In the last few days, various photographs have made their way around social media, showing people's shock at finding bugs in food stores. To many people's surprise, this was not a mistake, and is actually a part of a new snack that's going to be introduced around the world, with the idea that the majority of people will swap out their meat with the more affordable insects. These photographs were taken in Australia, where the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation said Australia can become a player in the billion-dollar global edible insect industry. The researchers behind the bug said that Australia has a great market for it, and they hope that people will start switching over. One researcher was noted as saying that edible insects are still considered an emerging industry here, and that it could be worth $1.4 billion by 2023. This means that within the next year they hope that millions of Australians will be eating bugs, which are currently being advertised as being cheaper than traditional meats. The Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation said the following: the worldwide edible insect market is expected to reach $1.4 billion Australian dollars in value by 2023. Europe and the United States of America lead the Western world market, with more than 400 edible insect-related businesses in operation. Insects have high-value nutritional profiles and are rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acids, iron, zinc, folic acid, and vitamin B12, C, and E. They're also complementary to our existing diets because they're healthy, environmentally friendly, and a rich source of alternative proteins. More than 2,100 insect species are currently being eaten by 2 billion people from 130 countries, including 60 native insect species traditionally consumed by First Nation peoples in Australia. Iconic Australian species include witchdee grubs, honeypot ants, and green tree ants. The Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation entomologist Dr. Brian Lessard revealed that it's important that people take on these traditions and start eating insects, noting the importance of supporting and promoting First Nation-led enterprises. Dr. Lessard said the following: the roadmap draws on the expertise of Australian and international scientists, Aboriginal and Islander peoples, insect farmers, food processing industry leaders and chefs, to set out the challenges and opportunities presented by one of the world's richest sources of proteins and other micronutrients. Australia has a high diversity of native insects. Working with First Nation enterprises, many species have the potential to be sustainably harvested or grown in low-impact farms, to be turned into new and delicious Australian foods for us and our pets. Commercial insect farming is considered to have a low environmental footprint, requiring minimal feed, water, energy, and land resources, factors of importance to the modern health and ethically conscious consumer. This news comes just a month after a massive food facility was announced to be opening up in Canada. It was revealed that it will employ around 60 workers, and will rely heavily on artificial intelligence that will help manage the workload. It's fair to say that not everyone was entirely pleased with this news, as it was then stated that the food in question is crickets, with Canadian officials saying that people will get to enjoy this tasty food. The news article reported that Canada is now home to the world's largest cricket farm. The company behind the farm said the following: the world's largest cricket production facility is officially complete. Aspire Food Group's new plant in London, Ontario is ready to produce 9,000 metric tons of crickets, and it will do this annually for human and pet consumption. Scientists and researchers have said that they're planning to feed bugs to children between the ages of 5 and 11, and that they'll be testing this in 4 primary schools in Wales. The insects will be made up of house crickets and mealworms, further saying that they're going to blend these insects up and create a bolognese. The team of scientists said that all this food will be made from insect protein, and that they're hoping that this will encourage the kids along with their parents to move away from meat protein. The project, led by scientists from Cardiff University and the University of the West of England, have said that they'll be going into schools and surveying the primary school children to find out their attitudes to environmental issues, noting that hopefully they can change the children's minds about this food, and will look into ways that they can get them to eat it. One of the researchers said the best way to do this is by getting into the school early and changing young minds on traditional foods and opening them up to the world of insect protein. The Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation Future Protein lead researcher Michelle Colgrave said in an interview that their mission was to tap into Australia's high-growth global protein markets, and that their goal is to grow Australia's protein industry by 10 billion over 5 years. They said the following: with the global population set to reach 9.7 billion by 2050, we need to meet this demand for sustainable protein production by exploring diversified sources. Alternative protein industries can play an important role in Australia, contributing to regional and national prosperity. At the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation, we're researching plant-based protein, traditional protein sources, and emerging protein industries including edible insects. So what do you make of these announcements? With companies putting hundreds of millions of dollars into these ventures, it seems that they're not going away anytime soon. Also, would you switch from meat protein to insect protein? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.